Hi, my name's Guy, and this is a little tutorial for everyone or anyone who is struggling a little bit in the transition from moving from physical packs to digital pack downloads from Les Mills for your classes, and you want to be able to simply make a DVD out of the downloaded video to watch on your DVD in the old-fashioned way. It may just hopefully be a transition tool for you for the future, and you'll get to grips with a way to handle the digital content and learn in a new way, or play on your TV in a different way. But for now, you just want a DVD, and there's a few people out there like that and talking about that, so I thought I'd put this together, did a bit of research, done a bit of practice, and here's a solution I found which seems to work quite well. The limitation is it's for PC only. It doesn't work on a Mac because the 2 bits of software that I'm using are not available on a Mac. So you might need to get someone to do this for you if you don't have a available PC. If you don't have a DVD burner in your PC, just look at any of the little cheap shops like MSY on MSY.com.au. They have little cheap DVD burners, little USB ones, from $31 to $40 odd, so they're not expensive, and you can get media from the same place. So let's start. The 2 programs you're going to need, and they're both free, and they're not adware, or there's very little in them. They're very clean and good little bits of software. So start up your browser. The first one you may already have depending on your system. It's a little program called Image Burn. Best way to get Image Burn is to jump to this site. You can go to the original site and download it from their website, but ninite.com, ninite.com, is a little installer page which has it on there. We use this at our work all the time for deploying little bits of software to lots of computers. You can put Acrobat on there and all these bits and pieces. It does a clean install of this stuff, gets rid of all the 7-zip's a great one for compression. And if you want to add Chrome to a machine without having to go through all the wizards and stuff, you just come here. Now under Utilities, this one here, Image Burn, they keep it up to date. Just click on that, get the installer. Shouldn't take too long, it's a pretty quick one. View the downloads. I've actually already done this before, but I'll run it again anyway because I've just uninstalled it so that it would actually run through the process. Yes. If you look at this, it downloads the program. Now it's not a very big program, probably about 5 or so meg. So we'll just hang out while that strips along. It'll take another couple of seconds. It's worth the wait. Okay, so maybe with the silence it's not worth the wait, but we'll get there. Once Ninite downloads the app for you in the background, it'll run through the installer hands off. At some stage in the very near future, we'll see a little icon appear on our desktop. Make sure we can see the whole desktop. There it is, and it's finishing. Click close. Okay, nothing else you need to do with that at the moment. Go back to your browser, go back to Google, and Google AVS 2, and as soon as you hit that, it's the top one, AVS to DVD. And you can see I've been here before and had a play with it before. This one works, and this one will also be another good site to get it from. The SoundForge or the Video Help. This big green button here is the only one you want to touch. It's a 50 meg download. Now I should have that in my download folder already, so I may not actually do that. If I click on that, we'll see what happens. It just starts. It'll download start shortly. You can click on direct link and things like that. Let's cancel that because I don't need to download it again. It should be in my downloads folder. Downloads. And there it is there. So you'll get that file, 50 meg. Here's one I've prepared earlier. So this is the main program that's going to do the guts of the work. Just accept all the defaults. Obviously you do have to change that one to accept the license agreement. Okay, so this one should be ticked. I didn't uninstall that, so when you come in, it will be ticked. I won't tick it because it's already on my computer. It just fires off a second installation once the first one's finished, and you just do the same. You just accept the defaults. You don't need to understand what's happening, you just need to know how to press the button that gets you to the next screen. The whole idea of this process is, although a lot of stuff's happening on your screen, you don't need to understand almost anything of it. Next. Now, at this stage, if you've selected that other component, which you will have, by leaving it at default, it'll be there. It will initiate a second installation, go through that, and eventually you'll end up here. Okay, so I have here on this folder a file that a friend wants on DVD, one of the Les Mills's balances from the digital download. So this is why I was started to put this together, because someone else that I know wanted to be able to have it on a DVD, so I'm just trying to help that person out. So that's the file I'm going to try and put onto a DVD. Let's start up the program. Select the defaults. Hopefully it'll pick up on your DVD standard. Basically, PAL is for most of the world except for the US regions. So if you're confused about which version of the video standard you're at, just do a bit of a Google on PAL and your country name, or NTSC and your country name, or country names and video TV standards, and it shouldn't be hard to find your country and what it is, but most will be PAL except for the US area. The rest, we're just going to leave that at defaults. Okay, so this is the base program. There's not much you need to do. Only two things you need to recognize. One is where it's going to save the file. Two, how to add a file up here, the add title button. And three, the output. Now, because we've installed DVD Burn, it's going to give us the output option to an image file and to DVD Burn. You can burn straight to a disk, that's fine. If you only want one copy, go for your life. This process can take about 20 minutes to an hour depending on your computer, so if you want to be able to make yourself a second copy, a backup copy that you don't have to go through this again to create, go to this one. I'm going to go to this one because it shows you the extra step, and if you go to this one, it will just cut it out and burn the disk, so that's a no-brainer, so I'm going to select this one. I'm going to add the title. Click on this over here. Browse to where you've got your file located. Okay, now this is going to pop up with a bit of a warning, because I've done it before. It's going to say there's two, it's saying video tracks, it's getting it wrong, there's two audio tracks on one video track. So I guess it does maybe appear to it like it's got two video tracks with different audio each, but it's the same video track. Once with two different audio tracks. You got the sound with the music and the voices, and you got the sound with just the music. So just click yes, you want to continue. Now this one here, the top one, will be the audio track with the music and the voices. If you're wanting to make a DVD of the music only, you'll have to go through this process again, switch which one's ticked, and continue from there. So once the video track, the audio track that you want is selected, just click on this red cross, and there you go. Now that's basically it. The next step is to click on the start button. So if you have a DVD burner, you'd want to have a blank DVD in there ready to go. If you're writing to ISO image, which is the exact massive file that can be burnt straight to disk at a later stage to make that same DVD, it's just going to save it on your hard drive into this folder. So I'm going to press start, and you're going to see a lot of stuff on your screen, and I'm going to tell you, you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. Okay, it's going to run for about, it depends on the computer obviously, it's going to run for about 15 minutes up to an hour. It's going to do this video. When this finishes, it's going to pop up with a audio encode process, which will be faster but still take another 5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, depending on your computer. And then it's going to pop up with a third window, which is a little process where it puts the video and those audio files together and makes a DVD out of it. Now, I'm not going to run through that. It's only going to waste your time, so I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to show you the result that it saves at the end when it comes up and says finished. If you're burning to disk, you'll have a disk that's finished, but otherwise, if you're doing an ISO, do I want to continue? No. Okay, so it's going to come up with something like that and it'll be closed. But I've got process aborted. Yours will say finished. Close that off. So when it gets to the end of that process, it automatically opens image burn. Now, image burn on mine, I don't have a DVD drive attached, will give me an error. Yours won't if it can see your drive. It will automatically then output using this program to an ISO file. Cool. What's that look like? It was going to dump it into my video folder, and there's one I've made before. It won't name it that, it'll name it something else, but I've just right clicked and renamed it, whatever you like. This is an image file. Now, on a Windows PC in the latest versions, you can mount that or you can burn it. So I wanted to mount it. I think if I just okay, image burn's taking control of it. It's a bit of a process. Let's go through open with actually. Open with Windows Explorer. I don't know if that will do exactly what I want. Yeah, it did, it mounted it. So there's a DVD. That's the equivalent of a virtual drive of that file, as if I've burned it, stuck it into a drive that I don't actually have attached. I can open up Media Player. This simulates you putting it into your DVD drive. Select that, and it starts. This is what you'll see on your TV. At 10 seconds in, it automatically plays. No menu. All that pops up. Only one audio track, so you lose that second audio track. As discussed before, I've muted it so there's no sound. It is there. So I won't play that because it's copyright, but we can jump forward. You can see it maintains chapter points. So you've got the advantage of flicking through between tracks, etc. So there you go. So that is how to do that. Now, if you have made an ISO file and you want to manually burn it, and let's say you double click on the ISO file and image burn doesn't open, you just do this option, write image file to disk. So you open that, select your image file that you've created before, you'll know where it is. I just remembered where mine was. Select open, however many copies you want. If you're scratching them regularly, you might want to increase that. If you only need one for yourself, that's fine. Untick that. You're just going to waste your time verifying it. You'll know if it doesn't work when you put in your DVD player to actually try and play it. Your device, which is your DVD burner, will be listed here if it's connected. Mine's not connected, and you just click this, which becomes enabled when the DVD drive is there, which is burn. It does it automatically. It'll tell you when it's finished, and there you go. You'll have a disc. You can't do any damage to anything experimenting. The worst case, you're going to just waste a 50-cent disc. So that's your process for getting one of those downloaded files onto a DVD, so you can watch it in a normal, regular DVD player without any special hardware. There's certainly lots of ways to play the digital content straight to your TV without having to go through DVD. Talk to friends and family and other instructors about the way they're doing it. A lot of TVs you can just put on a USB stick and plug it into the side, and they'll play directly from that. Other people might stream it from their laptops or just watch it on their phones and tablets and things like that. It's all up to you. But this is a process to keep you working in the meantime until you work that step out. Just a little plug. before I head off and close this up, two little sites that I've worked on over the last couple of years, which I'd like to show you. Not night. So one is fitness.covers. Yeah, it's that simple. It's actually a website. Fitness.covers. And why is that saying that? It's covers but not fitness. There you go. I'm getting it wrong myself. Fitness is the high level domain that they've created. Covers.fitness. So it's a site for us instructors to be able to organise covers for our classes. The concept is once you register, you can add your classes by definition, club, starting time, program, whether it's PPCA free or not. You define that into your, for yourself, and you add them to your favourites, and basically anytime you need a cover, you can just come on here, log in, say I need a cover, pick that class from your favourites, submit any custom information you want if you need. The date obviously is one thing that you need to put in each time because that varies. And that will send a text and an email to anyone else who's registered on this site, who is registered to say they teach at that club and they teach that class. So you're not going to spam people who, like for example, combat instructor who doesn't teach balance. You're not going to send them a request for a balance cover, and vice versa. You're not going to receive covers from this site for covers that you haven't said that you can cover at least that class and at least that class type and at least that club. And there's quite a lot of classes and clubs listed, most are Victorian, but I want to add more. You just have to send me an email, or there's a contact on this once you log in. Oh, there it is down there. You can just send me some information. Can you please add? I'll get it added. Not a problem. There's some extra stuff there that I've been working on for GFMs to help put their whole club through there, for example, and potentially limit who can list themselves as teaching for a particular club, so that some people don't get notifications for a club that has only certain, like for example, instructors who are on the books, and the GFM wants to manage that. That's one site. Check it out. It's free to use. The other site is a very different site, hobby for me, and it is candles, if I could spell right, ANDLES.soy, soy candles. It'll redirect you to Taron.com.au. Taron is the combination of my kids' names. Put together some awesome candles and soaps, cold press soaps, and gift packs and reed diffusers. There's heaps and heaps of scents in here. These are just the sub main categories, but and these are like the top hits. So have a look, and if you're into candles, let me know. This is Australia only, don't ship international. If you're in Melbourne, you can pick up from me, Yarraville or Hoppers Crossing. Otherwise, I'll leave that with you. Any questions, I'm sure you could contact me through however you saw this video, and have a great time and good luck with the launch coming up. Bye.